Alright guys, here I am with my next review, and that is the Bachmann Henrietta. I've done Thomas's, now let's do Toby's. If I could have had Emily, I could have done all the coaches. But then again, I would need the Green Express coaches, and of course, Spencer's, but oh well. Anyways, here is Henrietta. Now, my character opinion about her, yeah, I like Henrietta. She's one of my favorites, but just because she was one of the classics, she was kind of forgettable, but I only just remember her, just as Toby's coach, and that's the answer nowadays. That Henrietta's just Toby's coach. The end. Yeah. And we don't hear her talk that much. But what I will talk about this is, of course, I know I brought this up in my Season 18 review, but I'd be happy to. I'll be nice. When, Henrietta finally started having a face like she did in the Railway series, except it wasn't, well, it's still on her door, but now it's a molded face like the rest of the engines. Why? Were they too afraid to creep out children? I'm sure Annie and Clarabelle wouldn't. I mean, they didn't creep me out. And like I said, again, companies that are just overprotective nowadays, it pisses me off. Like, they gotta learn to take risks. I'm just saying. Alright, so, Henrietta's face, I mean, at least it isn't ugly by all means, no. I mean, I like how they portray her personality similar to Toby's. And I can't really remember who voiced her, but I must say, good job, yeah. Yeah, I might have forgot again. I don't remember. It's been a while since I checked my video. Yeah. So, again, I really, it's, Henrietta having a face in the show and her, being a character, it's okay. I mean, like, I just hope they don't do it too much. If I were to prefer a face for her, I would prefer her face, a molded face going here, like Toad or the Spiteful Brake Fan, or, you know what I mean. I mean, Old Slow Coach is one of the, few, coaches, well, probably the only one who I see has a human face. I mean, I know Hornby's made her. I think Bachmann should really make a Old Slow Coach. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Alright, so enough of that. Let's just get to Henrietta. I'm glad Bachmann's made her because, it just suits her, to go along with Toby. Everything on her, I gotta say, is really flawless. I can't find anything wrong with this model at all. Like, the black undercarriage is nice, and you got the step ladders, and you even got the gates, I mean, that's molded on nicely, and so are the railing here. And we got, the coupling hook now we got nowadays. Just to let you guys know if you can't remember, I got this model last year, and of course we even got, this, black, like, buffers, all black. I don't really remember if the spring wells were, red. Oh well, and I really like the shade of orange that's used for her. It's just beautiful. And I'll just get Annie and Clarabelle right now. Well, actually, I'll just get Annie. And just a, quick comparison. Because, these are the three main coaches that we've known in the show so far. Yeah, Annie and Clarabelle are pretty much longer and even taller than Henrietta. But it wouldn't make sense for me because I think, Henrietta is older than the two, if you ask me. Yeah, and got the molded windows here, and we got these black notches. I love the shade of gray that they use for the roof, even though gray is really not my favorite color, though. We got the door and stuff and the rest. So, yeah. And we got the brakes and then this area here where I think the tools are kept. But all the same, this model of Henrietta, I don't know what else to say. It's just that flawless. I don't know what the spring wells were red. Hold on, I think I'm going to just check that for a minute. Be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. And yeah, apparently they were black. I just wanted to make sure. I did not want to assume. So yeah, So it's safe to say this is a flawless model. Oh, and the person who did the voice of, Henrietta in, the CGI series from season 18 onwards is Maggie Olrenshaw, if I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, who did a very fantastic job, just like I said. And yes, she is older than Annie and Clarabelle. I think. Oh, never mind. We all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. Blah, blah, blah. I get it. Okay, so yeah. And like I mentioned with Thomas in the last review with Annie and Clarabelle, Toby and Henrietta look very spectacular together. You could do the same with the Hornby model, but I think the Bachmann model looks great. And some people might question if there would be a Hornby model, but in this case, I really don't care. I go for Bachmann. I really do, even though there are some Hornby models I like, but Bachmann's better in my opinion. Alright, so yeah, that's Henrietta in a whole full 10. What else needs to be said? Alright, so yeah, that's Henrietta, and oh my, 6 minutes. Yeah, this is a very short video I've done lately. Alright, maybe I won't end it just yet. I think I will show you guys this one thing. Yep, I know you guys noticed probably in the last video that I've given Edward a headlamp. You remember me seeing that in my Edward review, and yeah, I found the old Percy lamp, that I had in my old, Bachmann Percy, that it was in some, debris in my scrapyard part of the layout. And here it is, and I used the same putty that I used for the front coupler on Percy, and as well as, the front lamp on Henry. And I've noticed a lot of users, even like some great users I've enjoyed, like Thomas Fan 24/7, aka Kristen Brown. I've enjoyed, and don't get me wrong, he's an awesome user, yeah. And he's, going for the Railway Series stuff, and as well as other users who I've noticed so far have, put, like, headlamps from, like, their old Thomas Percy and James models, and then just, gluing on top of their heads. No, I mean not on top of their heads, but, on their smoke boxes, above them, in front of their funnels, their headlamps. Yeah, I can understand the Railway Series, even though I prefer the TV series more, but I decided, Edward's an old engine. I decided, why not give the oldest engine, well, one of the few oldest engines on Sodor, a headlamp? Yeah, it's like, old people who are aging, need glasses. Hell, I wear glasses. Alright, you guys get the idea. And yeah, I think I did a good job. And I don't know if I want to keep that on, but yeah, I mean, he looks great with it on. But I'm not going to, do this with all, my models and stuff. No. Nah, I wouldn't really do that. I'm just going to choose which I think would be best. And Edward's one of them, and I think I made him, look. I think he looks great. Okay, so yeah, that's what my new Bachmann Edward looks like now with, the lamp. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Alright. This is me, Mike D57S, signing off, and we'll finish off all the coaches' reviews for now until I finally buy some more, like Emily's and the Green Express coaches, which I heard have sadly discontinued. Why? And, of course, that special coach by Spencer, because, yeah, granted, I will, Spencer isn't eventually modeled, but the coach, you gotta admit, looks just fantastic. Besides, it was in Season 5 before he was introduced anyway, so, yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want to buy this model? I know Shunting Steve, sold it, but still, it looks fabulous. Alright, so yeah, this is Mike, 57S, signing off, and goodbye.